Hi everyone, it's Carrie, aka NerdyGirlCreates, and welcome back to my channel. It is Monday, so you know what it means, it's manga time. But before we go there, I want to say hi to all the new subscribers who have subscribed to my channel. Welcome. For those who don't know, I am an old school comic book fan who's kind of become frustrated with the state of DC and Marvel. So I am trying to give options to other people who are frustrated like me. That being manga and indie comics, and I also give some commentary on some events that are occurring. Again, welcome to my channel, and I am happy to have you. Don't forget to like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so anytime I have a new video up, you'll be notified. I also do live streams. I'm trying to get them every Saturday. Sometimes it hasn't been working out, but I want to do it regularly where I do a manga talk with a guest. I do have one coming up with Gabriel Hernandez where we're going to discuss One Piece, the East Blue arc. And he's new to One Piece. I'm sort of new. I'm further along than he is. But we're going to talk and see what he thinks so far of this manga. So that'll be coming up in a couple of weeks on Saturday. Again, this is Manga Monday. Don't mind me. I am finally getting over this really bad cold that messed with my voice, and that's why last week I didn't have as many videos as I normally have. But I'm getting back into things this week, and we are going to start with a manga I got into. Now I've always been more into like action adventure, like superheroes, anything where there's a lot of fights, a lot of stakes, a lot of good versus evil. So most of the manga I have been reading falls into that type. But I have been trying to venture out and try new things. And one of the ones that was recommended to me by my friend Heartless Weeb, who you should also check his channel out, is Wotakoi, Love is Hard for an Otaku. You're going to see it up here somewhere. I don't have the book on me, but I do have volumes 1 through 5. It's only a 6 volume series, and it's actually 2 volumes in one each book. The Japanese one is longer, but they combined them here for the American release. Now, Wotakoi is something I'm happy to see because it focuses more on the normal, everyday 20-something-year-old, and it could be any adult. It could be your 30s or 40s, who is balancing their work life as well as their hobbies, which in this case is mostly Japanese geek culture, which is otaku. I hope I said that right. You have your main character. Her name is Narami? I am really bad. I have to get back to practicing Japanese so I can pronounce these names correctly. Please don't be offended. I don't mean to do it purposely. But Narumi, and she is frustrated with her life because every time she dates a guy, she always dates a guy who's a non-otaku. Somebody who's not really into video games or manga or going to conventions. And when they find out she is, they usually dump her. She starts a new job, and she's trying to hide the fact that she's an otaku, or as we know, is a geek, nerd, whatever you want to call it. And she bumps into her childhood friend, and his name is Hirotaka. I am so bad at this. Hirotaka. And he knows her secret, because when they were kids, they used to play video games together. They both geek out together. And he's sees her, and he comes off very indifferent, but he's not. He's just not somebody who shows his emotions outright like most people. And she thinks she's safe, and then he blurts out, "Are you going to such and such a convention?" And she gets embarrassed because she's being shown around by her superior, who happens to be Hanako. And Hanako is this really beautiful, tall, voluptuous. She's got the sexy librarian thing going, in my opinion. She doesn't look like an otaku. So, Narumi is kind of nervous what she's going to think of her. And it turns out Hanako has a secret of her own. She happens to be also an otaku, and she is very big into cosplaying. There's another guy there that they meet that's friends with Hirotaka, and his name is Taro, and he's Hirotaka's like superior, and he's like that high school, as we would here in America look at it, like the jock, like the star football player, but in his case he was like the star volleyball player, you know, very macho. He comes off very rough and around the edges. Most of his coworkers are scared of him because of his expression, which he doesn't mean to look like he's angry, but they get terrified of him. Well, he happens to be Hanako's boyfriend, and he is also an otaku. He is more into like the video games, like Hirotaka, and he's also into a certain type of manga that a lot of men enjoy, if you know what I'm saying. So the four of them become really close friends in the workplace, also out in the geek scene. I keep calling it the geek scene, but that's what it is to me. And they go to conventions together. Hanako kind of convinces Narumi to cosplay. Narumi is into writing a certain type of manga that girls like, if you know what I mean there. And she's trying to get them sold at conventions. Her childhood friend discovers that she is not as single, and what she doesn't know is he has kind of liked her since they were kids. So he convinces her, why don't you date an otaku? And she's like, well, they're never my type, and blah blah blah. Well, he convinces her just to date him for, you know, face value, you know, just to say she has a boyfriend. But they start to date for real. And they're kind of like this cute balance. Both couples are like a cute balance to one another. Like, you would never know Hanako and Taro don't are dating because they're always fighting. And it's kind of like that passionate, like, they start an argument and then it always ends. You know what I mean. But they're kind of a nice balance, the couples. I also like it that they're not like your stereotypical looking nerds. They're not like Big Bang Theory. They're just like normal everyday people who look like normal everyday people that blend in with everybody else, who just happen to have a big love for video games, manga, cosplaying, and other stuff. And what I love also about this manga is there's a nice balance between personal life problems and relationships, as well as this geek hobbies they have. It's funny. It's also, it's relatable. Like, it's really relatable. That's what I like. You don't have to be Japanese to relate to these characters if you're like me and you're into, look around my room, a whole bunch of like nerd stuff. It's also nice to see more of a positive image, because I think for a long time, people who are into this stuff always kind of looked a certain way, like Revenge of the Nerds type. And they were always stereotyped to be like extremely smart or something like that. And it's not always true. I think there's all different types of people who are into this stuff. And this manga kind of shows that. You know, you got your jock, you've got your very beautiful, elegant woman who happens to cosplay as guys. You have your little nervous, shy girl, and you have like the cool but quiet, strong type, but nobody would know that looking at him. It's the story. I'm rambling here, I'm sorry. You don't get a lot of stories like this. I don't wish they would do more. I know there's an anime. I started watching the anime. I love the anime. The anime's been pretty much keeping to key points in from the manga. It's not long. I wish it was. I hope there's a part 2, but you know, you don't expect sequels in manga or anime. It's very few and far between. But You know, and you get introduced to more characters who are in their circle. Like, there is the younger brother to the main male character who is not a geek, but yet he wants to learn about it because he wants to impress this girl he's met, and he's really bad at video game playing. You meet this girl, the one he's trying to impress, who at first you don't know she's a girl because she dresses very how can you put this? Like, she could pass as a male, but she's not gay. She's not anything like that. She's just, like, keeps a low profile. And, she's very nervous, and she has a hard time communicating with people outside of a video game. But you do get these different people. You see these interactions with their coworkers. They're all trying to hide their dating lives because it's not exactly, you know, a good thing to be out and open that you're dating your coworker. They're trying to balance all the other stuff they have to take care of in their lives. They're also trying to make sure they keep up with the stuff they love, like the manga. And there's one part in particular I found hilarious where they go manga shopping at a store that in Japan that's really famous known as Animite. And the girls go off to collect their manga, which is mostly boy love manga. The other guy, what's his name? Hirotaka. He likes to read his digital, but he goes along because his girlfriend's there. Meanwhile, Taro, he wants to go shopping for his manga, but it's not easy because, well, he doesn't want anybody to know what type of manga he reads, and it's kind of funny. I have up to 5. 6 hasn't come out yet, but I pre-ordered it. Now, with 6, there's a special happening. There is going to be special edition covers at certain stores. The one I'm going to show you right now is from Barnes & Noble. That is this cover. Then at Books A Million, the one I pre-ordered, this is their cover. And then finally there's the standard cover. But yeah, now manga's got variants. As a comic book fan, that's pretty cool. It's not as crazy as comic books with variants, but they do have variants once in a while. Also, what was I going to say? The art. I like the art style in this a lot. Like, it's kind of very sleek designs. I also like the shout-outs. Like, the brother of the main male character works in what you know is Starbucks, but because of copyright issues, they can't say Starbucks, so it's always kind of like blocked off by a bush. But you know it's Starbucks. And it's another one of their hangouts. They go, Narami, she likes to go and get her coffee, which is relatable. So how many of us are either hitting up a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks? It's a nice slice of life, but it's also a nice realistic view on geek culture. You know, we're not Sheldon Cooper, and we're not Leonard or Howard or any of those characters. We're pretty much like normal everyday people, and that's what I love the most about this manga. It's realistic. Representation. I hate saying that word because we all know where it goes. But yeah, I do highly recommend Wotakoi. I think I said that right. Wotakoi. Love is Hard for Otaku. There's 6 volumes. 5 are currently out. I've got mine through Amazon. They've had them at Right Stuff. And of course, as I was saying earlier, they're at Books A Million and Barnes & Noble. And those 2 are going to have special edition covers. So if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. Sorry for rambling. Still getting over this cold. I do have a video coming up on Wednesday where I want to talk about something I've noticed that's happening with anime and manga, especially on that cesspool known as Twitter. Kind of disappointed that stuff I've been through before is now invading another area of geekdom I love. So we'll talk about that on Wednesday. Friday, I have an indie comic review coming up. Stay tuned for that one. And hopefully Saturday I will have a live stream. Don't know yet. I'll let you know. Hopefully I have a guest booked. Last week's guest unfortunately had something come up and couldn't show. But that's fine. Things happen. But I know the following week I'm definitely going to be talking about One Piece with Gabriel. So check that out. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.